Hey, my mate, been a good weekend. Really enjoyed Sunday. That was really cool. That was really, really cool. Um, I sort of didn't watch it sort of live with you, but I watched it in order. So once I logged on, then I watched it. And then by video three, I kind of figured out what was going on. And then there was like the score after four holes, and then the video, and it was very cool. I really enjoyed that. That was cool. Anyway, well played. Our best ever. Okay, so another thing to tick off, very, very good. Obviously, the consistency is not there at the moment. Obviously, the front nine at Trump is a little bit of an issue for us at the moment. Um, but the signs are there, the golf swing is there, the technique is there. All right. We can talk a little bit about tactics. And if I have time, maybe I'll lay out, or no, let's do this the other way. You tell me. So you lay out 1 to 9 your tactics, your club selections, your thought processes on that first 9. And let me see if I can pick anything up. Like we did on 10, something like that. But just lay it out for me. And then we'll pick it up and we'll see if there's anything I can pick up there. All right. Look, some of it's just, it is harder. Okay, it's more punishing. All right, so it's a little bit longer, it stretches, whatever, but it's more punishing. That's what it is. So when you spray, it's more punishing. All right, so think about, I don't know, 13, 14, you spray it right, okay, it's in the waist area there, whatever, you hit it back out, chip it on, you make 5 at worst, something like that. Okay, you do that, you do that on a 4 or 5, whatever, it's kind of lost ball, you know what I'm saying? So just little things like that. Around the green's more punishing as well. 3, well, 2 as well, but 3 around the green. 6 not too bad at the back, front and right dodgy, but 7 anywhere around the green's horrible. 8, anything not left is horrible around that green. So, it's just harder, right? Anyway, okay, super happy with where everything's at. We're very, very close. I think it's a case more of continuing with these drills. Okay, that's what's happening. And then just learning little bits. And then those videos really helped, especially the driver videos, to be honest with you. Really helped. And then you said you had struggled with driver on the Saturday, and I think one round last week as well, so it makes perfect sense. So last time we saw drivers 3 weeks ago or so, that right knee was very active with the driver. It is better. It is better. But the driver setup is a bit of a mess. Okay, so we need to figure that out. We practice that driver, and then just keep going. Okay, and then just keep going. The technical stuff I think is spot on. Not much letting us down there. It can be slightly better, but it's not much letting us down there. Takeaway is good. Setting it good. Downswing planes, weight shift. Okay, we're just kind of still not fully open, which is understandable. Sequence is good. So from the top, it starts the work. All right, it just doesn't quite finish the work. That's number one. Just one there with the arm depth, so not an issue there. And then obviously, excuse me, can be related to the hip, but definite changes in posture, particularly at impact, but definite changes in posture. So we've got to keep doing the neatening up stuff now while we're finalizing that sequence and arm depth. Okay, swing play. Yep. Okay, so keeping with the same drills, adapting a little bit to the driver. Okay, warm up, we're going to do that posture drill. All right, so just focusing on trying to stay equal distance from the ball at all times. Yeah, not letting any movement happen. All right. I think obviously focus at impact more than anything, but just don't let it go up, down, up, whatever it is. As solid as you can. And while you're there, if you want to put your thing there while you're doing it, it's always going to be a good thing because your hips might underwork because you're trying to stay very still, so you don't want to heal it. So you can always put your foam thing there if you want to, but just posture in that warm up. Okay, as neat and tidy as possible. All right, and then we're going to do some impact rehearsals. All right, so how does impact differ to setup? So, I mean, obviously the stance, width, and ball position changes depending on the club, but impact position doesn't change. So when you set up, weight is 50-50. Okay, obviously ball position according to club, whatever. All right, how does impact differ? All right, impact would be weight, head, chest, and handle further forward, so about 80% in there. Okay, everything further forward than when you started. All right, and then hip rotated kind of to its maximum, to a point where it's starting to open your shoulders very, very slightly. Okay, so set up, impact. I'm exaggerating the shoulders just a little bit. Set up, impact, setup, impact, setup, impact. Okay, so it's when you do a few rehearsals where you're trying to rehearse standing over the ball. What does impact feel like? Okay, and then you can sort of hit one and try and get into a sort of similar type of position, all right? But it's not important, it's just kind of learning what it feels like. It'll click later on where you'll go, oh, I felt I was higher with the hip closed off compared to what I've been practicing, what the position. Okay, we've got to be careful because impact is not really a position. It's an interception point within the whole thing. Okay, but it's a good little proprioception, body awareness drill to do. Okay, so impact rehearsals. Let's do a few of those in your warm-up. And then sticking with our drills. All right, so starting with loop to loop, obviously. Loop to loop really sorts out that arm depth and swing plane on the downswing. All right, obviously also makes us not scared of taking it outside, so loop to loop. And then opposite direction. Right, opposite direction on Friday was way too short. And again, I felt like the opposite direction was more weight shift versus handle. Okay, not always necessarily a bad thing, but it's not quite how it works. We want opposite direction, shoulders versus hips. So as the shoulders are going this way, the hips start going the other way. Okay, so as the shoulders are going this way, the hips start going the other way. That's opposite direction. Okay, so feel the hip, we know that, worked on that enough. So then on the back swing, feel the shoulder going before the hip goes. Sorry. Okay, so feel the shoulders going in the backswing, and then the hip works against the shoulder turn. So that's what opposite direction must be like. Okay, so shoulders, you were kind of doing that. Okay, kind of sliding the hip and resisting the hands. Kind of not that terrible idea, but not the baseline of it. Okay, must be shoulders, hips. Okay, and you just slingshot. Oh, maybe I should practice that. That was nice. And then you sort of get the slingshot effect. Okay, that will also increase your distance. Okay, so we'll keep an eye on that, but that will also increase your speed, it'll increase your distance, and it might lighten your hits a little bit as well, which should also increase your distance by 5 yards or so. Okay, so that's your work. All right, and then the last bit of work. All right, what I want you to do, so driver. So the issues with the driver are that you're way too far from the golf ball, okay, and your stance is too narrow. Hey, tall guy as well, his stance is just way too, I mean, it's not quite there, but I get that, but it's just too narrow, there's no knee flex, and you're just so far from that golf ball. All right, we want to have some knee flex and some width to that driver stance, some stability. Okay, so what I want you to do, I want you to 3-wood driver, 3-wood driver, 3-wood driver. 3-wood looks fantastic. How many good shots did you hit with that 3-wood? 3-wood driver, 3-wood driver, 3-wood driver. And basically try and stand, okay, if you can, the same distance away with the 3-wood that you did with the driver. So if you get your 3-wood out, get your 3-wood out, set up, and then put 2 balls in front of your toes. Hit your 3-wood. I want to hit this. This is not my 3-wood. I don't have a 3-wood. Okay. Oh, it's not too bad. Obviously put the ball in the same place and then grab your driver. And the only thing is going to change the ball position. The ball position is going to go there. Change the knee flex and stance a little if you want to, but don't go further from the ball. So stay there. Yeah. Okay. Don't grip down to cheat. Full grip. Okay, so you're going to feel a little bit close to the ball. That's okay. Right, what we'll probably do is then end up going there and there. Okay, there and there. Right, but not yet. Okay, so same distance away from the ball. Okay. And let's make the adjustment with the driver. So you're going to first you're going to miss it a few, doesn't matter. So 3-wood driver, 3-wood driver, same distance from the ball all the time. Just the ball position changes. One's off the deck, off the floor. One's touch further forward off a tee. But you stay there. Okay, and then what we'll do from there is then go there and there for that driver. All right. Thank you, my mate. Keep it up. Congrats again on your 38. Absolutely fantastic. Very, very happy. Very, very proud. Keep it up, and I'll talk to you during the week.